Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Podcast Named Deferred. I am your host, Seven. We've got Craig and Dan in the back. Erika said she was going to be here tonight. We'll see. But we got a great show tonight. We're going to be talking about what's going on with Jurickson Profar and Johan Rojas. And then we're going to get real deep and dirty into the World Baseball Classic and talk about what's going on in pool play and what to expect out of the tournament, including some stuff that I actually just learned today about some differences in the rules that we're going to talk about. But let me go ahead and bring my guests in. First, we have the sexiest man in Santa Ana. It's Craig Newton. Can you hear me, Craig? Can you hear me? Go out and come back in. All right. All right. And we got Dan the Dick Warner. What a legend.
Just, Craig, we could hear him before. We could.
Yeah,
I swear.
Man, I feel so bad. His stuff is so weird.
It's all right. We'll get him back. The 1979 Hustler magazine, sexiest San Francisco's
sexiest
bachelor.
Man.
Sexiest bachelor. It's just him on a white horse.
Yeah, man, he's trying, man. I feel so bad for him. It's definitely not his fault. All right, dude, you and I have had some interesting discussions on PEDs.
Love them.
And obviously you're a big fan of them, but we've got Jurickson Profar testing positive again for a second time in a year. This time it's a 162 game ban. By the way, Craig, can you hear us?
I hear you.
Okay. 162 game ban for Profar. If he tests positive again, he is banned from baseball for life. Why? Like, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of thankful for this because it's living proof that the steroids don't always make things better. Like, he has proved that. If you look at his numbers, he's a career 245 hitter. He's never hit more than 24 home runs, never had more than 20 stolen bases in a year. Like, the dude does not perform. But do you think maybe he needs to use a little bit more? Like, is that the problem?
There wasn't a jump in his numbers until the last year and a half until he started juicing.
Well, it's hold on here because the part where I question that is that would insinuate that they did not test him because obviously 2024 he did have a great season. Hit 280, like, so he was a great contact guy. His defense still sucks, but he was getting on base, so like that was positive.
He's not taking steroids for defense, Tony.
Right. But I mean, he also wasn't like he still only hit 24 home runs in that. So like I don't know what he was just getting on base more like that. It was a lot of singles that he was hitting. So like if the steroids made it to where he can hit singles, he really shouldn't be playing baseball. Because dear God.
So it takes you up like an entire level, right? So like he was a below average Major League Baseball player, and then he took And then he juiced, and then he like got to be an above average player for a little bit, essentially.
Well, yeah, and I mean, you got the Braves now. They gave him $15 million a year on a 3-year deal, and now they've gotten most of that back just off of this because he missed the first half of last season, wasn't eligible for the postseason. They didn't make it anyway. He's staying on the I mean, he's going to be suspended all this year, so they get that $15 million back. So do you try and get a good season out of him next year? Do you keep it, or does Atlanta move on after this?
Move on.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, well, for sure they're going to have to at this point, right? I mean, what's it worth? I mean, did they give him a big deal? That wasn't the?
I mean, it was more than he deserved. It was basically $15 million a year.
Okay, which is like that's like middle of the road now, isn't it? Pretty much.
I'd say about, yeah. Like it wasn't, but like,
can we just stop for a second and just recognize that that's crazy?
Yeah,
like 15 mils, like that's middle of the road now. You remember when A-Rod got fucking 10 years, 250 from, what was it? It was 10 years, 250 from the Rangers. And then he got like 6 years later, he got 10 years, 300 from the Yankees.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was like a huge thing. And now there's guys like getting paid 30 mil that we don't even like. Some of them don't even play.
Oh yeah.
Like, so, you know, the Dodgers are probably paying like what, 30 mil that aren't even on their team anymore.
Yeah.
They deferred all their money to 2041.
I think Mookie's starts in 2029. Shohei's starts in 2034.
It's so ridiculous. That's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like how much money do those guys, how much money do the Dodgers owners have? Obviously, one of them paid off AIDS. So that's like one of the Dodgers owners just paid enough money to like not have AIDS anymore. So like that's.
So, I mean, you got to think about it though. Between the TV deal that they got and the money that they got from Japanese advertising, that covered all of those contracts.
That's probably what it was. Huh?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. They got $1 billion in endorsements from the Japanese market.
Shohei on a bargain at $765 million.
Yeah. Those endorsements paid for that contract. The Shohei effect in LA has been like they've paid for his contract 2 times over already.
Is it more likely that Shohei is a robot than not likely he's a robot? Because at this point, I mean, I've never met a 6'4" Japanese guy. Just so I mean,
he can't be a robot because otherwise he'd have been a lot better at gambling and he wouldn't have gotten caught.
Right. He would, yeah. Like his only human vice is gambling. Like it's the numbers. Like, yeah. He's like, Shohei make bets. Shohei make bets. Yeah.
They're gonna have to like tie his ass to a chair once the Athletics have a stadium in Vegas. Like they're gonna have to get him to Vegas with a blindfold on so he doesn't see anything. And then he's tied to a chair in a hotel when he's not at the facility the entire time. He's not allowed to see the city.
He takes a private helicopter to the games and they whisk him away afterwards. Like every game, he just gets taken over the state line, like taken back into California. Like, no, Shohei, stay away. You've been clean for so long. You've done it for so long. We got rid of your interpreter. We thought that was the problem.
Yeah, he was interpreting. The problem with the interpreter is he wasn't interpreting Shohei's stuff to English correctly, and that's why it cost him money. And that's why the interpreter went down for it. He's like, "This is gonna be your fault now." That's what
he was like. We need somebody to take the fall. It's like, you can keep a lot of that money. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That guy was a weirdo too.
He was, and so here is my question. Is the failure of the Profar situation another log on the fire for the failure for the GM of the Braves, Alex Anthopoulos? Because if you look at all the problems they've had, the bad choices they've made with free agents, and in outside of the World Series in 21, which obviously we can credit, Anthopoulos did have a decent impact in that build. But now we look at where they're at since then. It's been a lot of bad choices. They got the Sean Murphy experiment is already a failure in Atlanta. Like, is there a point where you have to say, where the Braves fans have to say it's time for him to go? Craig, what do you think?
I don't know. I mean, blame him for Profar's actions. I mean, we're responsible for our own actions. It certainly won't help his cause, but no, I don't. I wouldn't use that as an excuse to get rid of him. No, sorry.
Yeah, didn't the Braves just win a World Series like 3 years ago?
It was in 21. So like
5 years ago?
5 years.
Was he the GM then?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that buys him at least 5 years, right? Like, he should be. How much more? The Sean Murphy thing's not. I mean, the Sean Murphy thing's a failure because of injury, though, right? I mean, that's not really. Or was he just like?
He was already. Like it's not necessarily to me. It's not necessarily one situation. It's the collection of problems that have arisen that makes it hard. It's one of those things where sometimes there's just so many problems that somebody has to take the blame. And you can't put it on the coaching staff. But when you look at the individual who's constructing the team and all of these experiments that failed, that's why the shit stops with Alex Anthopoulos in this case. Because there was Profar was an experiment. He had one good season. If you look at all of his results before the 2024 season, it is very clear that he is not that guy.
Sure.
So we look at the Sean Murphy thing. He had an injury risk going in. Now we're looking at injuries for like Spencer Swallenbach and some of the other guys on that roster. And how many of these, if you didn't know these guys were injury risks or just too much of a risk in general for, upward money, why are you taking the shot? Because it's not bad to play money ball, but that drop-off thing, the butt situation with that player, you can't have a huge injury risk because otherwise you're a lot of times more often than not, you're giving him money. You're just giving him money to sit there and hold a spot on the IL.
But is he doing, I mean, how much worse is he doing than just I don't think he's doing egregiously bad, right? I mean, he's locked up Ronald Acuna long-term, right? I mean, and Ozzy Albies.
And my boy Spencer Strider.
Yes. So they got, and they probably got him on a bargain.
He's successful. Like he's been successful with certain moves. And I'm not going to deny that, but he was also the GM that dealt with the Freddie Freeman negotiations. And while I know that Freddie's agent had a large part in that getting fucked, you can't tell me that Alex Anthopoulos didn't bumble that at least a little bit.
Wasn't culpable in some way.
Yeah, sure. Like there had to. I'm going to hold him partially responsible.
Yeah.
Now, but he's made some good moves, but there are a lot of coaches and GMs that get fired that got away with a little bit more because of their big moves, but in truth, the impact of the bad moves outweighed the good.
2 questions. One, what are you hearing from ownership? And 2, you get rid of him, who you replace him with?
The replacement's an interesting question. And it's, can you lure Theo Epstein? Because right now he's working for the league. He's not working in a GM role. So, because that's if you're Atlanta, if you're really trying to get back into a good roster construction, that's who you have to call, at least in my opinion. Because I don't know who else you can pull. You're not going to even with the struggles that Breslow's had, you're not going to pull him out of Boston.
Nope.
You don't want what are you going to hope that the Yankees fire Brian Cashman and you grab him? Like,
you guys can even have him.
But like, that's the thing though. Like, that is a good question. What options do they have? Yeah,
that's my point. And then also, what are you hearing from ownership? I mean, are they strongly behind him, or are they disappointed also? I mean,
you know how Braves ownership is, man. Not a lot comes out from that camp, and that's another hard piece of it. Because with a lot of other teams, you'll hear something, but we're not really hearing a lot from ownership. And so, and like, there's not a lot of like disparaging or hatred towards the Alex Anthopoulos that I've seen, but I think it's just one of those things where we're at that point where you have to ask the question, when is enough enough? Like, because it's not just one thing. It's just a totality of issues. And like, if you have another losing season of the same problems that cost you last season, and you're now a few years out of having made the playoffs, that a lot of GMs and coaches are going to get looked at that point.
If I'm Theo Epstein, I mean, unless you're going to bring 5 Brinks trucks to my house, and you give me a 25-year contract, I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole because I'm fat and happy with the league. I got 9 to 5 hours. Yep. I travel a lot. I'm with my family a lot, and I'm making a lot of money. I've already made a lot of money previously. So why would I want to go to the Braves?
I've been sitting on a thought, and I want to get your guys' thoughts on this because we know that Rob Manfred has said he's not seeking a contract extension beyond when his current contract ends, which is in 2029. The 2 individuals that, in my opinion, should be front runners based on the stuff that I've seen with the league would be Jim Thome, and I think Theo Epstein. I think there's a reason because with him transitioning into working for the league, he has a unique experience of understanding that side along with the side on the team level because he's ran a team. So I think that puts him. I think he could be one of those commissioners that players and coaches alike can appreciate. And I think that could make a positive change. Like, and again, I think Jim Thome would be great as well, but I think that Theo Epstein would actually be a better choice simply because of his unique experience. I think he could.
Did you just call him Jim Thome?
Thome, yeah. That's
Jim Thome?
Tome? Is it Tome?
It's Tome.
Yeah. Jim Thome, okay. The Indians, the first baseman for like the Indians and stuff, right?
Yeah. Okay, so Jim Thome, sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
But Epstein would be a perfect fit. I agree with you 100%, Tony. Epstein would be perfect.
As a commissioner?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, he knows what's going on. Like he's so ingrained in the whole process at this point. Like he's been on every different end of, I feel like, that environment. Yeah, it'd be perfect.
Yep.
Yeah. And he's still relatively young at this point, isn't he?
Very young.
Yeah, I think he's in the 60s, if I recall correctly.
I think he's maybe his 50s.
No, he's younger. He's younger than the 50s. Theo Epstein.
That's what I thought too. Because
let me see.
So he'd been in when Moneyball was supposed to be happening. That was like early 2000s, right? And he was already.
I guess he is a little younger. He's only 52. I thought he was older for some reason. Okay, so I mean that's even better for the league because if this is going to be like that, this kind of a positive impact, you would like to be able to maintain that for a long time. So if you can get 20, 25 years out of Theo Epstein, that could do a lot for baseball, realistically.
Yep.
I think he sees the game in a unique way. I think it's what made him a great GM. He's going to have more support of the fans, the players, and the coaches than I think a lot of other options would. Tome would obviously be the second one, the second most, because he's been there and all of that. He's been through every level as well. So that those are positives for both of them. I just think that Epstein is a better face.
Yep.
And because he's a little younger, you can get a little bit more out of him than if you go with Tome, who I believe is in his 60s or 70s.
Tome's probably in his 50s too. He'd have been done. He'd been done in
guys
2000s.
Did he play that long? I thought he was.
He played it. Yeah, he played for a while.
How old is he?
Late 50s, probably.
Oh, he's 55. Okay. All right. So I wasn't horribly off. But like, I mean, honestly, both good choices, but it's just, I think Theo would be a better face, personally.
Tome got really big in the 90s. I'm not going to say he did anything in particular in the 90s to bring this conversation full circle, but late 90s, Jim Tomei had a big spike in numbers and got really huge. And he was just an absolute monster at the plate. And yeah, he was jacked.
Hold on. I want to see. I want to see how much of a jump this was, because I'm curious now.
He could hit the ball a long way before he probably started juicing, because he was just country
he
strong.
played until 2012.
Okay, 2012. I didn't know it was that late, but like, yeah.
Okay,
he had a long career.
Let's see, where's batting average? Okay,
about 96 or so.
So if we start in 90, so hold on, I can tell you, because it was at about the same time Barry Bonds did, 95, because in 94 he hit 268, and then all of a sudden it went 314, 311, 286, 293. He had a down year. Had a couple of down years. Went like 269, and then a down year, 269 and 277, and then 291, 304.
What about homers though?
Let's see, homers.
Starting in 90,
so it went. So he went from 20 and 25 in 94 and 95 respectfully to 90, starting in 96, 38, 40, 30, 33, 37, 49 in 2001.
Yeah.
54 in 2002.
Going to bed early, drinking his milk, clean living.
Yep. At 33, probably he was at 33 or 34. Yep. I bet he was just getting up feeling his best every day, just really hitting it hard in the weight room and just staying honest to the game,
Absolutely.
Definitely not injecting his right buttock with fucking
not at all.
Anadrol. Like, fuck.
That's great. Holy shit. Oh my God. Oh,
yeah, that's definitely not what he's. Yeah. No, what? So he didn't start until probably he was a late bloomer, like
91. Well,
he was the guy who held out.
He started in 91. That was his first pro season at age 20, 91. And then the numbers started to pop in 95.
Contract years.
So, yeah, that would have been a contract year.
Yeah.
And then 96, he gets a Silver Slugger. All-Star, the All-Star started. It was 100. Yeah, he was definitely drinking his milk.
What a coincidence!
So the beginning,
through a needle, and he wouldn't go right buttock, because he needs to be able to sit when he's in between innings, so he would have just gone with the meat of the leg.
Just in the thigh on the side.
Yeah, just right there on the thigh.
Between the toes.
Between the toes.
He's a real crazy asshole. He likes the pain. Yeah. Tell me the contract year, and that's like the MLB's version of like the crossroads, like where you meet the devil at the crossroads. It's like a dude in the back who's like, "Hey, I know a guy." He's like, "Hey, Jim." He's like, "You're about to get paid a lot of money." He's like, "I can make it more. I can make it more money."
If I'm the owners, Tommy doesn't sniff commissioner, because the media will have a field day with asking all the questions. Looking back on your career.
No, it's a relevant thing though. Like
it is.
Baseball has to come to a point though where it goes back to accepting the steroid era instead of vilifying it or pretending it didn't happen.
It's not happening anytime soon.
It's and I know it's not going to, but baseball needs to, because I think it does the game a disservice to discredit or try to hide the accomplishments of this of the steroid era, because there was some great fucking baseball played during that time, and and I understand there's going to be some criticisms about it. At the end of the day, steroids help with recovery. Dan and I have talked about this multiple times. Steroids help with recovery. And yeah, because you're going to be able to do more in the weight room, it's going to be a little easier to get to that 450, 460 on a consistent basis. It's what, as far as how high you're hitting or how far you're hitting the ball. But most of that is still ability. Barry Bonds wasn't juiced when he started in '91. He signed the largest free agent contract for a single season in Major League Baseball history for the time.
Yep, I was there.
So
It's
go ahead.
It's just you can't pick and choose.
Here's my thing about it. So like, if you're gonna like, say you're back in like, medieval times or whatever, and you have to like foot race 5 other people for your life or whatever. They're like, hey, we're gonna cut your head off if you don't win this race, right? And halfway down the thing, 3 of the guys jump on horses. Like, are you gonna jump on a horse too? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, are you just gonna run to the finish line? Like, does that make any sense as far as like?
Yeah, I think it's valid. Yeah, like. But let's add another layer to that, because it's not just about the fact that 3 of those guys jumped on horses. It's about the fact that 3 of those guys jumped on horses, and the people that were monitoring the race and running the race allowed it to continue.
Yes.
That is where the difference is. Now, if the league,
because it made the race more exciting.
Exactly. Because like
more money.
When A-Rod tested positive in 2000, what was that? 2012?
Been way before that, I think.
Or maybe like whatever year it was, he tested positive for a PED.
The first time.
The first time,
2006,
right?
I think.
Well, yeah, because you're right, because there was one in 06, and then there was a second one that was after that. But it was being tested for. It was very clear you're not allowed to use these substances. Like, part of that, I remember, especially part of the second time with him, he went through an elaborate plan to keep it hidden what he was doing.
Yeah.
Similar to what Tom Brady did, but difference was Tom Brady got away with it. No, but no, like there was an elaborate thing with that time. And so when he was punished, it was deserved. What Jurickson Profar is dealing with, deserved. Johan Rojas, again, deserved, because it is policed and enforced. But in that period, the league, the teams, the managers, the training staff, all the players, everybody knew what was going on.
Yeah.
So you can't vilify that to me. There is a clear difference between those situations.
That's what bugs me so much about Selig going into the Hall of Fame and La Russa going to the Hall of Fame before Bonds, before Clemens. Selig knew, and he blanket approval on
you were there,
closed doors.
He knew.
Just pisses me off that he's in the Hall of Fame before those guys. He's a used car salesman. He'll always be a used car salesman to me. He'll be a bum, a liar, and had no business being in the Hall of Fame before Bonds and Clemens.
He shouldn't be at all. At all. Like, there's
no. Well, commissioners always go in the Hall of Fame. Doesn't matter who they are. Happy Chandler. It doesn't matter who it is. They're all go in.
That's like your automatic ticket.
It is.
That's a frustrating thing, though, because it's, they try to say that it's like putting Barry Bonds in devalues the Hall. Doug Selig devalues that Hall more than Barry Bonds would.
Absolutely.
That there's no other way to put that. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. And Bonds, I will not get tired of saying this. Look at Bonds' numbers before the alleged steroid era for him. Look at his numbers.
Oh,
he had the numbers. He had the numbers for Hall of Fame already.
For sure.
I've pulled a muscle in my wrist looking at those numbers more than once, because oh man, it's sexy. This is the part that frustrates me, because it's not just about like Bonds and Clemens, but there's guys that have gotten recognized for what they, or that haven't gotten recognized for what they did, despite the fact that there was no allegations. Like, well, let's put the political opinions aside for a second on Curt Schilling. If we look at him as a player, which is what the Hall of Fame is about, there weren't any steroid accusations on Curt Schilling. Never once. I'm not saying you didn't. I'm just saying there were never any accusations. Curt Schilling is responsible for the World Series in 2 different franchises.
Yeah.
He was a lights out starting pitcher. He had a cannon for an arm.
Is Curt Schilling not in the Hall of Fame?
No.
He's not in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
No, but
He's been
because
eligible?
but he was eligible. He did not get in on the traditional ballot because he pissed off the writers, and there's some political opinions where he was kind of a dick, and so as a result, they wouldn't vote him in.
Yep.
Huh.
And
Yep.
I'm sorry, but that's bullshit. I don't.
Yeah.
I think the guy's an asshole too. I'm not going to pretend I do. I don't. But this is about players. There's a lot of former athletes that are assholes. That's just the way life is. They have a hard time processing life after sports. Like it happens. It is what it is. But
Writers have
recognize the player.
Writers have long memories. I mean, I dealt with Bonds, and he was an asshole to me too. I mean, he hurt my feelings. You know, it's like I don't care. He's still a great player.
Yeah.
So he told me to go F myself one time. You know, it's like yeah, that's okay. Barry Bonds told me to fuck off. That's fine. You know, he has that right. He has that right to say no. I don't want to do an interview with you, kind of thing, and blow me off. It's okay. I don't take it personal. You know, but there's a lot of butthurt writers that took the opportunity to. Now's our chance to get some revenge on these guys, like and Clemens too. Unless you're talking golf with Clemens, he's a difficult person to interview.
Yeah.
I mean, but I got him to talk about golf, and we're sitting down watching some golf on Sunday. You know, had a great interview with him because we're talking golf, and then I threw in baseball commercial questions in between. You know, and he was very agreeable, and it was a very nice. I enjoyed the time with him, but get him off the golf. No, he doesn't need you. You know, he doesn't need to play the game, the PR game. He knows how good he is. He's making a ton of money. He doesn't need some stupid writer from he never heard of publishing company to come up with him and bug him. And Bonds is the same way. But Bonds, I was in that clubhouse every single freaking game practically, before and after, and I watched him keenly, how he treated our players, how he treated his body, how he prepared. Guy was a Hall of Famer. And there's a lot of butthurt writers that are gloating that he's not in the Hall of Fame, and shame on them. He'll get in. Him and Clemens will get in there. I think the next shot is when I turn 70 is when they have the next shot. I mean, I'll be 67 this month, and I think next time they get a shot is I'll be 70. It sucks. It's ridiculous.
It's a waste.
So, Craig, you're saying that a lot of writers actually used him being a dick, and they used the steroids thing. They used the steroids thing as like a front for it, though, too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
There's so many of those old school writers. Like even a guy like John Heyman, who's been writing baseball for 40 years or something like that. John Heyman's career benefited from
absolutely good point.
The steroid era.
Yes,
and he's one of those baseball writers that's eventually going to get into the Hall of Fame. Like I have no doubt about that. And I'm not criticizing that choice. Like I get it to a point because he is one of the greatest baseball writers of the modern time. I can acknowledge it. I'd rather have Jeff Passan myself, but I mean, Heyman's not bad. Are we going to keep him out because of the fact that he was a writer during the steroid era?
No. You make a good point. Everybody made money off the steroid area. The networks made it. Major League Baseball made it. The players made it.
Yeah.
Managers made it. Tony La Russa made it. I mean, such hypocrisy still continues today. It just drives me crazy.
It brought the sport. It brought the sport back from basically.
It did.
The precipice.
Yeah.
Baseball was teetering at that point.
Yeah.
That strike almost killed baseball. It did.
To where it would have split into like multiple leagues and stuff, probably.
Well, the interest was dead.
Yeah.
People were pissed off.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It is. But you know what? Let's move on to something that's a little bit happier. Because we could bitch about the steroid era not getting credit all day if we wanted to.
Let's get happy.
Let's get happy. Let's talk about the World Baseball Classic. We've got games starting actually shortly because they start on the 5th in Japan, and it's already the 5th in Japan. So there's games that are starting. I believe Japan plays Australia first, and then they're going to play Chinese Taipei. I think the winner of the Japan Chinese Taipei takes that pool. But we're gonna dive in and break down the different.
You might be stereotyping a little bit there, Tony. Are you stereotyping?
Yes, a little bit.
What, Australian guys can't be good at baseball? Just those Asian guys, huh? Those are the only guys that are good at baseball?
Asians and Mexicans. Yeah, that's pretty much
Yep.
much what it is. Okay, so you know what? Before we break down teams, let's talk about this. There was something that I thought there's two things into this that I thought were interesting for rule differences in the World Baseball Classic. The first thing is pitcher usage and limits, and these are hard caps. Round one, no pitcher can go over 65 pitches.
Yep.
The quarterfinals is 80. The semifinals and finals is 95. They have for mandatory rest. If a pitcher throws more than 50 or more pitches, it's a 4-day rest. 30 or more pitches requires a 1-day rest, and no pitcher can throw more than 3 consecutive days. And
all
then
good.
Okay, so we're good on those. Then you guys think that's a good idea.
What's the point of that? Obviously for
Saving them for the Major League Baseball season.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like it.
So it makes sense.
It's very considerate.
The other thing is there is a mercy rule. Games end early if a team leads by 10 or more runs after seven innings or 15 or more runs after 5 innings, but it's only during the pool play and the quarterfinals. The semis.
Look out, Australia. You might be getting. They should just call that the Australia rule. If they can, I would love for them to just come and win. You know.
How about Great Britain?
Do they? Yeah, exactly. Those guys are over there.
I think if I saw correctly today, I'm pretty sure Great Britain actually won their game.
You're kidding.
They were doing
Jazz Chisholm's on Great Britain.
Well, there goes my spot on Great Britain when I talk.
Hold on. Where is? Let me get back to it. Where did it go?
Jazz Chisholm does not have an English accent, by the way, so I don't know why he's on the Great Britain team.
There it is. Okay. I've got the scoreboard for today's exhibition games.
Any fights?
No. I was there was a pretty big fight. If you get a chance, you should watch the clip. Daniel appreciate it as well. Between it was Coastal Carolina and I believe Southern Alabama's women's basketball teams. Like a ref got taken out, needed medical attention. This fight was massive. There was 8 ejections.
Wow. A real Donnybrook.
It was.
It was.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you saw it.
I did not. I'm gonna watch it right now.
Team USA beat the Rockies 14-4 today. Where's the Great Britain game? I know I saw it.
What was that basketball game?
It was
you said Southern Alabama?
Southern Alabama and Coastal Carolina.
When PM EST gets organized.
Oh boy.
All their periods synced up at the worst time. Sorry, that was a horrible joke. I apologize.
That was horrible. Shame on us. Shame on us.
Oh, here we go.
It was yesterday. The Great Britain team but it was the Brewers. Great Britain beat the Brewers yesterday 7-3. So that's
embarrassing.
I don't know. I don't know how much we gotta. I guess more of an embarrassment for the Brewers than a success of Great Britain.
That's embarrassing.
No surprise, by the way. Most of the Yankees coaching staff is coaching for the Italy World Baseball Classic team. Somehow that just fits. I don't know why it does, but that one just kind of tracks.
Manja.
Obviously not Boone, but I think like the bench coach on down to like that's who the head coach is for the Italian team. I can't remember who it is, but yeah, I saw it today. I was laughing so hard.
That was a quick fight, wasn't it?
There was it was, but man, that ref went down quick too.
And yeah, the ref's like in the middle, like everybody stand back.
She's running there. She's really tiny. Like for those of you that haven't seen this clip, if you go into YouTube and look for it, but the ref, she was this tiny chick and she was running in to try and break up this fight, and she got laid out by a player. I think the player was swinging and didn't recognize it, but they're probably not going to get to finish their season. They're probably done. Whoever it was that knocked out that ref, they're done. But we'll.
Hey, I'm not going to say add it to women's basketball, but
I
you
mean,
didn't hear it here first.
Women's hockey is one of the best sports to watch for women's sports, and that's definitely a lot more physical than any of the others. Except women's soccer is slightly less violent than a Mexican prison. Like, watch them; those bitches are crafty. Like, it is ridiculous. Like, again, I'm not disparaging; they are talented athletes. They're better than me. But God, like, even in high school girls softball, like, is that like you can get stabbed in
A non-contact
high
sport.
school, in soccer. Yeah, like, it's crazy.
A non-contact sport.
All right, so let's talk about the pools. Ando was going to cover A, but he's not feeling well. Pool A, just some of the big players that are in. Puerto Rico has Lindor, Edwin Diaz, Nolan Arenado, and Seth Lugo. Canada got Josh Naylor, Tyler O'Neill, and Jameson Talley. If those of you that don't remember, a couple of years ago for Team Canada, Tyler O'Neill went off, and it actually helped him get more traction in the league. And I'm pretty sure it was one of the reasons why Boston had picked him up, was because of how he did for Team Canada in the last Classic.
Yeah.
And then, a couple of others spread out, like Jose Caballeros on Panama and stuff like that. This one, I honestly lean toward, obviously, Puerto Rico. That one's a given. As far as the second team is concerned, who did I pick? Oh, where's my list? Colombia. Colombia is in, I think,
South America? I'm just kidding.
Hold on. Where's it at? I could have sworn. Oh, you know what? Let me do this. Yeah, Colombia and Puerto Rico. Colombia and Puerto Rico are going to be the ones that come out of Pool A, I think. And those games start Saturday in Puerto Rico. But yeah, no, it's I think Pool A, there's some talent, but it's a very basic. I think it's definitely one of those that's clear cut. Canada could sneak in, but I don't think they do. And Dan, you had B, right?
I had C. Did you give me Group C so I could?
I have B.
Yeah.
Oh, you have B. Okay. All right, Craig. So break down Group B for me. What are you seeing, sir?
Well, let's start with Brazil, or as I like to refer to them as a who's who of who the hell are these guys. Moving on to Great Britain. Not a great player on the roster. Boom.
Not a great player on the roster. Nah.
Italy. Mamma mia. The coaches have more name recognition. Dave Righetti, Ron Wotus, Jorge Posada, the manager, Frank Cervelli, than the players. Mexico. Tajon Walker, Randy Areza.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Vinny Castillo as a coach. Now, I'm dedicated to this podcast. I spent all night poring over this country called the United States to see if they've got a shot at it. So, starting with their pitching, some guy named Logan Webb for the Giants. I'm familiar with him. Tarek Skubal, Paul Skeens, and
Terry's still out on him.
And rounding it out, future Hall of Famer and should have retired last year, Clayton Kershaw. And then for the bats, Gunnar Henderson, Aaron Judge. Although he's pretty tall to play in the major leagues, I don't know. I'm still kind of iffy on that guy.
The jury's out.
Yeah.
Judge.
Yeah, and Pete Crow Armstrong.
PCA, man, that kid is special.
Yeah. So after going through all the rosters and poring over this and doing my due diligence as a good co-post, whatever the hell I am, I'm choosing. I'm going on a limb here. I'm choosing the United States to take Group B.
That is a bold prediction.
That is a hot take.
Coming in second in Group B.
Not a lot of great choices.
No, just to mess with people, I'm going to go with Great Britain.
Yep.
to come in. Although my wife being Italian, I should go with Italy. Yeah, I'm going to go with Italy. Coming in second in Group B. I'm going to go with Italy.
Because of the coaching staff.
Yeah. So, but the United States to take it for Group B, and hopefully they can move on and be successful going forward. I'm really hoping for the United States to really do a good job and do a good showing.
Well, I know it's really, really questionable on how the U.S. is going to do, because they're definitely a long shot team. I mean, except against most of the pool. Like the tournament pool.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about Dominican Republic in a minute. I think they give them a run for the money, but definitely the best team in the pool.
I don't know. This Japan team in Group C is pretty good.
Let's talk about Group C. How many MLB players are on that team?
I'm seeing at least 8. Plus Yamamoto, Kikuchi, Fujihara. You're fucking killing me with these fucking names. Matsumoto, Hiroti. Okay, anyway, there's three starting pitchers that are definitely in Major League Baseball, and then obviously the designated hitters, that one guy that fucking plays for LA, and then Seiya Suzuki.
Yeah.
And your boy Yoshida are both outfielders. So that's 6. So yeah, they're pretty loaded actually. Yamamoto's crazy. That's Sugano, Tomoyoko Sugano. That guy plays for the Orioles, I think. That's like 7. There's a lot. They're loaded. They all kind of. I'm not going to even say what I was about to say right there. I have pictures of all of them in front of me. I was about to say something stupid. Let me go back to the. Other than that, it's a real shit show. Australia's roster isn't obviously not that impressive. Oh, there we go. Sorry.
What about Chinese Taipei? Was the other favorite in that pool? Who all do they have?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up here.
Profar?
That would that would increase their chances, I think, guys.
They'd be the tallest on the team. Oh, did I say that? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was gonna say all the guys on the Japan team look the same, but then I was like, that's probably not a good thing to say out loud. But then I just did, so that's
Yeah.
Here you go. Hang on.
We're gonna get canceled. We're gonna get canceled in style.
Hey, so
we're off to HR.
I don't see wow with these names too. I don't think there's dude, I don't know. This is Stuart Fairchild. He definitely plays in Major League Baseball. Then what you think I was going to say for Chinese Taipei? Did you?
No, that's not what I expected.
So there's Yu Chang. There's Sheng Hung Chang. There's Yi Lei Sun. Yep. Nope. I don't know how to say. Yep. No, I really don't recognize any of these guys, Tony. Are you looking at this roster? I
just pulled it up.
Oh, good God. Do you recognize any of that? That looks like a lot. That is a lot of stuff I can't pronounce. Like they all have 2 letter last names.
I think it's like you know that video that was going around where it was making a joke saying, you know, how Chinese people pick their kid's name and then they threw a metal dog bowl down the stairs. That video is super racist, but goddamn is it accurate.
King Hu Chin. Ho Yu Chin.
But no, okay. So is there anybody else that you can think of that you can pick to come out of that? For your runner up because obviously Japan's going to win the pool, but who's your runner? Because you're going to have two that come out. Who's the runner up?
Well, I mean, I guess these guys, these 2-letter guys. There's like a couple of 6'2" guys in here that they have the 2-letter names. So that's kind of crazy. One's 6'1". Yeah, they're pretty average height. Anyway, yeah, I didn't recognize anybody on the Australian team. Oh, actually, I did. Travis Bazana, that guy that plays for the Pirates, isn't it, or something?
Oh, as maybe
Bazana. He might still be in. He still might be in the minors. Actually, he's pretty young.
I never heard of him.
Travis Bazana.
No.
Yeah, he is in the. He plays for the Guardians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I hadn't heard that name. Okay, so he must be newer.
Yeah, he started today. He's a second baseman. He's the he will be the Indian starting second baseman. Anyway, he is Australian. So yeah, I mean, I guess they do have some. I mean, killing my own theory here. But Japan looks like, I mean, Japan's loaded. Obviously, that team's crazy.
Yeah.
So I would imagine but like, who knows?
I think you may be right. And so after doing my research, I think that the US, Japan, Puerto Rico, and the DR, Dominican Republic, are the 4 best teams. Like, and realistically, it would not surprise me if those are the 4 teams that are going to the quarterfinals or the semifinals. But the team from the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, let's just go. Quick, Travis Bazana was the number 1 overall pick in 2024.
Oh,
by the Cleveland Guardians. So, okay. Yeah, he's going to be their starting second baseman this year, apparently.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, anyway, that gives Australia.
He'll hit leadoff, but he's not. Yeah, they're not going to win though. Go ahead. Sorry.
But okay, so let's talk about the MLB players that are on this team. Okay, we'll go with just pitchers first.
The DR Dodgers.
Yeah.
Sandy Alcantara, Brian Bayo, Sir Anthony Dominguez, Camilo Doval, Carlos Estevez, Wandy Peralta, Luis Severino, Gregory Soto, Dennis Santina, and Edwin Uceta. That's just pitching. And then we go to position players: Junior Camarino, O'Neal Cruz, Yainer Diaz, Vladdy Jr., Manny Machado, Ketel Marte, Jeremy Pena, Geraldo Perdomo, Julio Rodriguez, Ahmed Rosario, Carlos Santana, Juan Soto, and Tatis.
That's an all-star roster. That's an
all-stars on that roster. 16.
Yeah. That whole starting lineup is the last 2 that you said that might not even start were Juan Soto and Fernando Tatis Jr. The last 2 that you said. So that's pretty good.
That is a busted lineup. Like, if somebody was like, look, you've got to put a bet down right now on who's going to win it, I would have to put it, just because of that, I'd have to put it on. And
they're probably minus 445 or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
They're probably something stupid. So like, that's obviously the case.
And that's the thing, is that lineup is just so broken, like beyond broken. And it's crazy to me that kind of a lineup is. And by the way, let's also talk about the fact that the coach of the team is Albert Pujols.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So like,
he's from Missouri.
Excuse me. You said broken. I left my Gen X thesaurus at the office. Is broken good?
That means good.
Yes.
That means good,
yes,
Craig.
Yeah,
okay, got it.
Contrary to the actual definition of the word, that's
one of those where it's the opposite of the normal connotation of the word.
We're all about that.
In slang. Yeah.
Okay. Like is bad back to being bad now, or is bad still good too?
Bad is good.
Depends on context. It's still context. That's
disgusting. Disgusting is good.
Okay.
Yeah. Disgusting.
I'm writing these down now for my old age.
Nasty is good. They just turn
Nasty is- yeah,
everything
Nasty
the
is-
opposite way.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pretty
yeah.
much.
Got
So
it.
it's
Okay.
the upside down world. We live in a crazy,
It
crazy
is.
place.
All right. I'm
It
up
is,
to date
it
now.
really is.
Got it.
But like, so obviously that's who's gonna come out of Pool D. I think that realistically, when we look at the other one, like Venezuela's got Acuna Jr., Jackson Churio, Salvi, Luis Arias, Eugenio Suarez, and Gleyber Torres. Nicaragua has Mark Vientos. Israel has Harrison Bader, Tommy Canal, Spencer Horowitz, and Cole Carrig, who's a Rockies prospect.
Harrison Bader's
like,
a Jew?
Apparently. Well, and like,
Hey, he's a giant now.
He's a giant. He's a
Watch
giant
it,
Jew.
buddy. He's a giant
he's a
now.
giant Jew.
He's a giant
He's
Jew.
a giant Jew.
I'm going to hell for that joke. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Okay. So somebody asked me earlier, like, does the loss of Profar, because the Profar was going to be on the Netherlands roster, because the Netherlands had guys from
Netherlands.
Curacao. Yeah, because guys from Curacao were allowed to be on the Netherlands roster. So that's where it came in. Is because I guess his family's from Curacao.
Oh wow.
I don't know why, but that's just the way it was. So I think that's because they wanted actual talented players on their team. But what they got was Jurickson, Profar. Somebody asked me if it was gonna hurt Netherlands' chance. Like the other MLB players the Netherlands had were Xander Bogaerts, Ozzy Albies, and Kenley Jansen. Oh, and then Drew Jones, I think, took Profar's spot. But I don't think the Netherlands make it out of group play. There's just not enough there. I think that if I got to make a pick, it's going to be the DR first and Venezuela second, because there's not enough from Israel, Nicaragua, or the Netherlands to even make it fair.
I'm going to go on a limb and say right now, and before they've taken the field, Netherlands, thanks for coming. Enjoy your complimentary luggage. Safe trip home.
Yeah.
Enjoy the jersey that nobody's ever going to get to wear but you guys.
Yeah.
That's a $10 bet you should always take, is that Netherlands bet right now.
Yeah.
It's that $10 Netherlands, that Netherlands plus 5,000 bet, just in case. Like, lay it down.
I mean, you never know. Like, anything's possible, but
I've wasted $10 doing stupider things, I feel like.
I think we all have.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Yeah.
He didn't pay enough to get the name. That's extra.
Yeah.
That's extra.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, so I like the DR in this tournament.
Yeah, me too.
I do. I'm predicting a DR and US final.
Me too.
And
it's gonna be
some damn good baseball. Like I still like the DR to win it, but it's gonna be some good baseball.
So when's the first game then? It's like a weird time.
So actually, the first game is going on right now. Japan is playing Australia right now. That is, let me get back to where I can see that.
No fights? No fights yet, huh?
No, bottom of the fourth, still 0-0. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
What are you watching that on?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, it's Chinese Taipei and Australia. I thought it was Japan. It's Chinese Taipei and Australia. I think it's on FS1.
Check.
If you're in the US, I think it's on FS1. But yeah, no, enjoy the Wade Baseball Classic. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok at FGD7 with 7 spelled out. For the MLB Morning Minute every day, I usually get it posted by about 9:30 Central Time. Just, kind of depends on when I get my fat ass out of bed. Hey, what's up, Reed? Thank you for popping in. But yeah, definitely give us a follow. Please go to the podcast Name Deferred Facebook page and like and follow that if you have not yet. I'm trying to get that page built up. I'm going to be posting content there as well. And then, of course, big shout out to Wire to Wire Sports. Thank you for having us as always. Make sure to go to Wire Sports socials and like and support them as well. A lot of great individuals, a lot of great shows every day, every evening, a lot of good information. So definitely check it out. For my co-hosts, Craig the Legend Newton and Dan the Dick Warner, I am Seven. Thank you. Have a good night.
Free Jurickson.